Welcome to TWALE TV. TWALE TV, sports where we bring you everything English Premier League and sports in general, and also our sister channel, TWALE TV Entertainment, where you can watch loads of entertainment programs. Go to YouTube to subscribe, watch, like, and share, and enjoy. Now, straight into football. Yesterday, I was talking about Manchester United's treble-winning team of 1999 as a better team than Manchester City's 2023 treble-winning team, and I got a simultaneous attack from an Arsenal fan and a Man City fan. This is the Man City's argument that how dare you say that Man U's strikers are better than Erling Haaland. Okay, fair enough. You tried to make your point. I didn't mention Erling Haaland at all yesterday. But this is my point. It's not individual. It's a team I was talking about. Manchester United, they had 4 strikers. Andy Cole, Dwight York, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Teddy Sheringham, 4 prolific strikers. Manchester City haven't got 4 strikers, okay? Now, you've got Erling Haaland, who is probably, is better than any of the 4 individually. Looking at his age, the records he has broken, and the records he will continue to break, and how long he will continue to dominate, So, you're right, individually, is better than either of the 4, any of the 4. But my point is that this is a different team, United. You have a midfield general that the Arsenal fan was arguing that Patrick Vieira is a better midfielder than Roy Keane. And I told him, I said, well, Patrick Vieira is also a midfield general, but it just happens that whenever Roy Keane plays, nobody wins that midfield war but Roy Keane. Okay, and since he has left United, I haven't seen a player like him. Okay, we've had great midfielders. Gondwan, De Bruyne, and these guys score more goals than Roy Keane. Roy Keane is not an everyday goal-scoring midfielder. Okay, yes, they have an edge. They have that edge rather over Roy Keane. But we're talking about midfield control, midfield domination. And Patrick Vieira is also a kind of a warrior, but not Roy Keane's type of warrior. Excuse me. End of. That's my argument. Now let's talk about transfer news. Every Chelsea player now seems to be heading to Al Hilal for the money, of course. So we have Koulibaly going. We have N'Golo Kante, who is more or less sealed by $1 million a week. Is reported to be to earn. And then we have Mendy, our goalkeeper, who is also heading there. So now this is my take. Okay, if you remember the Chinese league when everybody was heading there, players in their twilight, or even some of them in their peak, they all went there for the money. I remember Carlos Tevez there. He went there 650 grand a week. Then that was crazy money. So to somebody who was happily taking 150 grand a week, and then suddenly he was offered 650. So I don't blame these guys, but this is the take from me. Now, Chinese league, why are we not talking about them anymore? Because the hype has died. Okay? China, they have gained what they wanted. China was on our lips at the time. Everybody was talking about the league. But was anybody talking about the football? No. So the same thing is applying to Saudi Arabia now. Everybody will be talking about the amount of salary being paid and the transfer amount and how much money is spent. Ronaldo is earning about $5 million a week and all this crazy amount of money. We will talk about them. And temporarily, Saudi Arabia will gain their purpose, which is putting Saudi Arabia on the map, on the world stage, and on every fan's lips. Don't forget, people like Ronaldo, with 500 million followers, the highest number of followers by any individual on the planet. So you have him there, and you have all these superstars going there. So we would all be talking about Saudi Arabia, the same way yours truly is running his mouth now about Saudi Arabia. So we would all do it, but it's temporary, because they haven't got the structure. The same way China haven't got the structure. The European League, English Premier League that we're used to, that we love, that we talk about every day, that we eat, drink, sleep, is because of the culture. Most of these clubs have been there for over a century. The fans, they just go in their tens of thousands every week without being patronized. Okay, if you watch Saudi Arabian League, the stadium is hardly full, half filled most of the time. Even if Saudi Arabia built stadium upon stadium, dozens, you can't buy the culture with money. That's the reality. You cannot buy that tradition with money. And Europe has got that over a century. Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga, English Premier League, numero uno. Yes, you can't buy the culture. Even let's forget about English Premier League, the culture of football in Europe. Even outside the professional stage, you have the lower leagues. They have their fans following without being patronized. Okay? And that's the difference. Okay? I'm afraid if you're a footballer and you're not going for the money in Saudi Arabia, you better do, my brother, my sister, you better do go take the money. Okay? It's not going to be there forever. And then that's it, really. And I hope those fans are satisfied because I told them I'm going to get you back on the podcast where you will not be able to argue with me. Am I not right? Nobody can hear you now. Let's go. Now, that's it. Let's talk about other transfer news at the next podcast. Harry Kane, Harry Maguire. And then let's enjoy England's game and then catch up at the next podcast. Hasta la vista.